Guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching a quick comparison of the Realme Narzo 20 with the Realme Narzo 10, and while doing that I'll also unbox the Realme Narzo 20 to show you what the box package has and what the device has to offer in terms of specifications and what are the major pointers about this smartphone. So the Realme Narzo series was firstly launched with the Narzo 10 earlier, and it was coming along with the Narzo 10A. That series itself was mostly for youth, with the design in focus, with some of the features like gaming in focus, and that is why the Realme Narzo 10 had come with the Helio G80 chipset, which was dedicated for the gaming with the G moniker on the chipset name itself. So the Narzo 20 comes with the Helio G85 processor. Not a huge difference between the two phones in terms of the processor, because the G80 and 85 differ not by a lot, and it's only some difference in the full performance and about the compatibility of the different features, though it comes with the same Mali G52 MC2 GPU. And here are the major specs that are given on the box package. So the major point here is the 6000 mAh battery. There's a 48 MP AI triple camera here, and along with that the 18 watt Type-C quick charge. So these are the major features, but again there are always the differences in the design. So Narzo, or take it any Realme smartphone, you would see a kind of a refreshing design. That's one of the features where I always feel that Realme is the only brand that has been doing some changes with the back panel design. At least you can differentiate between one phone from the another by looking at the back panel of it itself. So if we talk about the Narzo 10, it was made by one of the famous designers, Naoto Fukasawa. Now the Narzo 20 also comes with its own different design. Now it's called the Glory Silver. There are different color options, but the one that I got is the Glory Silver, and along with that this comes with 4GB RAM, 64GB storage, and the fast charging speeds is 18 watt. So let's first quickly open the box package and show you what all it comes with. Firstly, what you see here, it's the phone itself, and it has that triple camera on the back, and in the same module you see the flashlight. So it's a squarish kind of a complete design, or the module design, and this is how the phone is going to look like. So you can see here the V pattern on the back, and this is what the Glory Silver is all about. The name Glory Silver here is all about. So this is how it actually would look like. This is the Narzo branding towards the side, kind of a different branding again this side this time, and it's actually a refreshing design once again. That's what I can say. With every Narzo or Realme smartphone, the design is at least different, but with the display, this is no different from the Narzo 10. It's the same 6.5-inch display with the HD plus resolution, 720 into 1600 pixels, and what you see is the Gorilla Glass 3 protection on the top of it, and you have a basic screen guard that is given on the phone when you actually buy the device. And this is the charger that you get inside the box package that has the 9V2A output, that's 18 watt output, and along with that you have a USB Type-C cable. So at least good that you see the USB Type-C connectivity here, and it's not the micro USB that we had seen on the previous Realme smartphones in the 5 series. After that we had seen the Realme 6 adopting the USB Type-C, and since then there has been nothing going back. So it's at least good that you're seeing USB Type-C here. Now with the camera combination, actually if we see the Realme Narzo 10 had a quad camera setup. Here you see a triple camera setup. So that's actually, I mean, you can call it a downgrade, but I won't call it a downgrade to be frank, because this is how the two phones are. And the fourth camera that you see on the Narzo 10 was a black and white camera, and for me it really did not solve any purpose. So it's better to not have that camera here, and that is why the triple camera combination is going to be a good one. 48 MP primary camera, which would do the 12 MP captures, and if you push it to 48, it will obviously take the 48 MP captures, but 12 MP through that quad bare pixel binning technology, making 4 pixels into 1 for a better picture quality and more light into the pictures. So the f1.8 aperture is also going to help here. Then you have an 8 megapixel wide angle camera for the wide angle shots obviously, and then there's a 2 megapixel macro camera. So these are the three cameras, and on the front you have an 8 megapixel selfie camera. Now quickly looking out at the benchmarks of the two smartphones, there's not a lot of difference. As I had said, there's a very minor difference between the two smartphones. So if we look here, it's 2,03,000 on the Narzo 20, while it's 2,02,000 on the Narzo 10. And if we take a deeper look into what actually differs here, the GPU is actually better on the Narzo 20. So that is what the major difference is. And obviously there are some other differences as well, where you see the UX or the interface getting better points on the Narzo 10, but that sometimes is randomized. Frankly, sometimes the points get more or less different when you do a retest of the same in the UX part. So GPU is better on the Narzo 20, that's what we can see here. And both the devices run the same Android 10 based Realme UI 1.0. The 2.0 update might come in later, but right now it's not available on both the devices. And the other major difference, as I had mentioned earlier, not about the difference but the major spec here, is the 6000 mAh battery on the Narzo 20. So one of the Realme smartphones that has now crossed the 5000 mAh battery capacity is this one, 6000 mAh. So purely a battery powered device. So this is the major difference with the Narzo 10. So with the design, obviously it's different. We'll talk about the design. We'll show you some proper design comparison here. But 5000 mAh versus 6000 mAh is the difference. Both have the same 18 watt fast charging. So that you could call it a compromise. So 18 watt is what you're getting here. And obviously 30 watt is not something you can expect in this price range. 18 watt is also good enough. You are getting the charger in the box package. That's another good thing. So here's the design. So as I said, V-shape design on the back is what you're seeing here, but it was not that on the Narzo 10. Narzo 10 had a design from Naoto Fukasawa with that vertical lines, and this design was also good enough when it was launched. And now you have the Narzo 20 with the V-shape design. So that's one difference between the two smartphones. And that's it. These were the major differences between the two phones. There's a 2+1 slot on both the smartphones, no difference there. And there's no secondary microphone offered on both the smartphones. While the button placement is a bit different, where the Narzo 10 had the power button, the volume rocker button on the left side, while on the Narzo 20, both the volume rocker as well as the power button are present on the right side itself. And towards the bottom, you have the same USB Type-C port on both the devices with the other ports as well, which include the speaker, the microphone, as well as the 3.5mm headset jack. So not a huge difference between the two smartphones. The three major ones were the back panel design, the battery capacity, and the chipset. So those three are the only differences that we can actually see here. But with the pricing, you can check out the description below for the official price, because we have done this comparison before the launch. So I'm not really sure about the Narzo 20's official price, but it should be more or less 1000 or 1500 rupees difference between the two smartphones. And should you consider the Narzo 20 over the Narzo 10A, I would say you should surely do that, because battery is what is going to be the most important part in this price range. When you're looking at this price range, you would usually look out for a device that offers a better battery, because mostly everything else is the same. So battery capacity, 1000 mAh is not a small difference. So that's what is the major point here. And those were the major differences between the Narzo 10 and the Narzo 20 smartphone. So I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Exomo Times for more. Thanks for watching, and till next video.